Welcome to the deep dive.
Oh,
Today we're going to be diving into the world of face washes.
Okay.
We've got a great blog post here called
Okay.
10 Best Face Washes for a Fresh and Glowing Skin.
mm-hmm.
And it's packed with product recommendations,
Okay.
interesting ingredients, and user reviews.
Sounds good.
But before we go rushing off to buy volcanic water face wash.
Volcanic water.
Yes, you heard that right.
Yeah.
Let's break it all down with our expert who can help us separate the science
Right.
from the marketing hype.
You had me at volcanic water. I'm intrigued.
I thought you might be.
Yeah.
Okay, so this blog kicks off by talking about the importance of cleansing.
Okay.
It's not just about getting rid of makeup, right? It's like the foundation
Mm-hmm.
of any good skincare routine.
It's more than just the foundation. It's like setting the stage for a grand performance.
Okay,
Your skin is this incredible living organ,
I like that.
constantly defending against environmental villains
Mm-hmm.
like pollution and UV rays.
Yeah,
It's got its own natural oils and a barrier function
right.
that we don't want to disrupt.
So using the wrong cleanser is like
Yeah.
sending in the clowns before the main act even starts.
Exactly. A good cleanser preps your skin so everything else you apply
Right.
can actually work its magic.
Okay, that makes sense. But there are so many face washes out there.
There are?
How are we supposed to choose the right one?
Yeah, that's the question.
This blog recommends 10 different products,
Okay.
which seems like a good place to start.
Right.
First up is the Panoxyl Acne Foaming Wash, which contains a whopping 10% benzoyl peroxide.
Okay.
Isn't that stuff pretty strong?
It is. Benzoyl peroxide is like a targeted missile against acne-causing bacteria.
Okay.
It stops those breakouts right in their tracks, both treating existing pimples
Oh, wow.
and preventing new ones.
So it does both.
It does.
Sounds like it could be a bit harsh, though.
Mm.
Is it only for people with super oily skin?
It's definitely powerful, so you're right to be cautious. Even if you're battling breakouts, starting slowly is key.
Right.
You don't want to nuke your skin's natural moisture barrier in the process.
Yeah.
Moisturizing afterward is absolutely essential.
Good advice.
Yeah.
One reviewer named Lucas raves about this cleanser, saying it's his go-to.
Okay.
And he definitely sees results.
Good.
But the blog does mention that some people find it a bit drying.
Right.
So there's that trade-off.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance.
Speaking of balance, let's move on to the Slow Foaming Facial Cleanser.
Okay.
This one seems to take a gentler approach
All right.
with ingredients like ceramides,
Yeah.
hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide.
Sort of a classic for a reason.
Really?
This formula is all about hydration
Okay.
and supporting your skin's natural defenses.
Mhm.
Ceramides are essentially the building blocks of your skin's barrier,
I see.
helping to keep moisture in and irritants out.
Mhm.
Think of them like tiny bricks reinforcing that protective wall.
And hyaluronic acid, that's the one that everyone's obsessed with right now, right?
For good reason.
Okay.
Hyaluronic acid is a humectant,
Mhm.
meaning it acts like a moisture magnet, drawing water from the air
Okay.
and binding it to your skin. It's like giving your skin a big, refreshing drink of water.
So ceramides build the wall,
This
and hyaluronic acid keeps it hydrated.
keeps it hydrated.
What about niacinamide? What does that do?
Niacinamide is the multitasker of the group.
Coke?
It helps calm redness, minimizes the appearance of pores, and can even help regulate oil production.
Does it all?
It's like the ultimate teammate supporting the other players
Oh, I see.
and making sure everything runs smoothly.
Wow. It's like the skincare Avengers.
Exactly.
No wonder people love this cleanser.
Right.
One user, Tara, even said it was what she was missing in her routine. And now her skin is clearer and brighter.
That's great.
But she did mention some dryness, even with all that hydrating power.
That's a good reminder that everyone's skin is different. And even gentle cleansers
Yeah.
can require a bit of help from a moisturizer.
Makes sense. The blog's final say on this one
Okay.
is that it's a great daily cleanser for a clean feeling without irritation.
Mm,
Some people wish for more foam, though.
right.
I guess some people just love that luxurious lather.
It's definitely a personal preference.
Huh.
Speaking of luxurious,
Oh.
our next cleanser fits that bill perfectly.
Oh, tell me more. Which one is it?
This one's called the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Purifying Foaming Facial Cleanser. It's targeted toward oily skin.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting is that it includes
Okay.
prebiotic thermal water.
Okay, I have to admit that sounds a bit fancy.
It does.
Is it really that special?
It's not just hype.
Hmm.
Prebiotic thermal water is naturally rich in minerals and nutrients
Okay.
that can soothe and balance the skin. Think of it like a mini spa treatment for your face.
Nice.
And beyond the fancy name, it can be especially beneficial for people with sensitive skin
Right.
who need that extra gentle touch.
I'm sold. A reviewer named Brett mentioned that this cleanser has been his go-to for years.
Wow.
He loves that it removes makeup and leaves his skin clean and refreshed without any dryness.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's like a win-win.
It does. And La Roche-Posay is a brand that's known for its gentle, effective formulas,
Yeah.
particularly for sensitive skin.
Okay.
So they've got a good track record.
Well, that's 3 down, 7 to go.
Yeah.
I'm already learning so much. But let's switch gears a bit.
Right.
We've talked a lot about gentle cleansers, but what about something for people who really need to exfoliate?
That's a great segue.
Okay.
Our next pick is perfect for that. The CeraVe SA Cleanser.
Yeah.
This one features salicylic acid.
Okay. So we're talking exfoliation.
Yeah.
What exactly is salicylic acid and why is it such a big deal in the skincare world?
Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid,
Okay.
or BHA, that's known for its ability to penetrate pores and dissolve the gunk that can lead to breakouts. It's like a tiny vacuum cleaner, sucking out all the dirt, oil, and dead skin cells that clog pores. So it's not just scrubbing away at the surface.
Exactly. It works deeper,
Okay.
which makes it particularly effective for blackheads and whiteheads.
So it's a chemical exfoliant, right? What's the difference between that and a physical scrub?
You're right on track. Physical scrubs use abrasive particles
Yeah.
to manually slow off dead skin, while chemical exfoliants like salicylic acid work by dissolving glue
Okay.
that holds those dead skin cells together.
I see.
It's like breaking down the bonds rather than just scrubbing them away.
Interesting. So which is better? Or does it depend?
It really depends on your skin type and concern.
Right.
Chemical exfoliation can be gentler, especially for sensitive skin,
Okay.
but it's always a good idea to start slow and see how your skin reacts.
Makes sense. One user, Leah, raves about this CeraVe SA cleanser,
Okay.
saying it keeps her face clear and smooth.
Nice.
She also loves that it's fragrance-free.
That's a big plus, especially for those with sensitive or acne-prone skin.
Fragrances can sometimes irritate and exacerbate existing skin issues.
Good to know. The blog does point out that some people experience dryness and even breakouts
Okay.
with this cleanser. Is that because of the salicylic acid?
It's possible. Even though salicylic acid is generally well tolerated,
Okay.
it can be drying for some people. That's why it's crucial to moisturize well afterward.
Right,
It's also important to remember that everyone's skin is different,
right.
and what works for one person might not work for another.
Okay, so paying attention to your skin's individual needs is key.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
this next cleanser is specifically designed for dry skin.
right.
The CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser.
Okay.
We've talked about CeraVe's focus on ceramides and hyaluronic acid before.
Yeah.
Is there anything different about this formula?
This one is all about replenishing moisture and building that strong skin barrier,
Okay.
like a tall glass of water for thirsty skin.
Nice.
It gently cleanses while infusing the skin with hydration heroes like ceramides and hyaluronic acid.
Seems like a dream for anyone with dry or dehydrated skin.
It is.
A reviewer named Asmath even claims that this cleanser is so hydrating that you wouldn't even need a moisturizer afterward.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
While a good cleanser can definitely boost hydration,
Okay.
I would still recommend using a moisturizer for optimal results,
Right.
especially if dryness is a concern.
Okay.
It's like adding an extra layer of protection and ensuring your skin stays plump and happy.
Makes sense. The blog's final say echoes that sentiment.
Okay.
People love how gentle and effective this cleanser is,
Yeah.
praising its ability to remove makeup without any irritation.
Sounds like a winner for those with dry skin.
It does. Now let's explore another option for dry and sensitive skin.
All right.
The La Roche-Posay Tolerian Hydrating Gentle Face Cleanser.
Okay.
We've already talked about La Roche-Posay's commitment to gentle formulas.
We have.
So what makes this one stand out?
I'm curious.
I'm curious too, especially since we're seeing some familiar ingredients popping up again. Prebiotic thermal water ceramides, niacinamide, and glycerin.
Right.
It's like a greatest hits album for dry skin hydration.
You nailed it.
Oh.
These ingredients work together to create a cleanser
Right.
that's both effective at removing dirt and makeup and incredibly soothing.
Yeah.
Glycerin is another humectant like hyaluronic acid,
Okay.
so it attracts and holds on to moisture.
So it's like double the hydration power.
Exactly. And with the added benefits of prebiotic thermal water and niacinamide,
Yeah.
this cleanser calms and balances the skin while keeping it hydrated. It's like a spa day for your face.
I love that. One reviewer, Danny, said this cleanser has been a lifesaver for her sensitive skin,
Okay.
which is prone to perioral dermatitis.
Right.
She specifically called out its hydrating properties and lack of fragrance.
That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
Perioral dermatitis is notoriously tricky to manage.
It is.
So finding a cleanser that's gentle enough and still effective is key.
Absolutely. The blog also highlights its gentle nature and effectiveness in removing dirt and makeup, though some reviewers weren't totally convinced about its makeup removing abilities.
That's something to keep in mind,
Right.
especially if you wear heavier makeup. You might need to use a separate makeup remover beforehand for a thorough cleanse.
Good tip. Okay, let's shake things up a bit.
All right.
We're moving on to a cleanser that's new to me. The ANUA Heartleaf Quercetinol Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. That's quite a name. What's the story behind this one?
Don't let the name intimidate you. This cleanser is all about deep cleansing and soothing,
Okay.
especially for those with oily and combination skin.
So it's gentle but still effective at controlling oil. That sounds like a tricky balance to strike.
You're right. This cleanser manages to achieve that balance,
Okay.
thanks to a couple of key ingredients. First, we have heartleaf extract, which is known for its anti-inflammatory and calming properties.
Okay.
It helps to soothe redness and irritation, which is especially helpful for acne-prone skin.
And what about quercetinol? That's not an ingredient I've heard of before.
It's a powerful antioxidant found in plants. I see. Think of antioxidants as little shields that protect your skin from environmental damage
Okay.
caused by things like pollution and UV rays.
So it helps prevent future damage while also cleansing and soothing? That's impressive.
It is. And to top it off,
Okay.
it also contains BHA for gentle exfoliation and hyaluronic acid
Wow.
to keep the skin hydrated. It's a well-rounded formula.
Sounds like it. One reviewer, Nicole, gives this cleanser a 10 out of 10,
Wow.
calling it her only go-to.
Oh, wow.
She raves about the fresh scent, the deep, clean feeling, and the lack of dryness.
That's a glowing review. It sounds like this cleanser really lives up to its name.
It does. According to the blog, people love how clean their skin feels, how well it removes makeup and its gentle nature,
Yeah.
though some did mention experiencing breakouts, so it might not be ideal for everyone with acne-prone skin.
That's true. It's always a good idea to patch test a new product
Okay.
on a small area of skin before applying it all over your face, especially if you have sensitive or acne-prone skin.
Great advice. Now, I think we can all agree that Cetaphil is a brand that needs no introduction.
Definitely.
They're pretty much synonymous with gentle skincare, right?
They are.
So tell me about their daily facial cleanser for sensitive skin.
Okay.
What makes this one special?
Cetaphil has been a go-to for sensitive skin for decades, and for a good reason. Their products are known for their simplicity and effectiveness.
Okay,
This particular cleanser is no exception.
right.
It features a combination of glycerin panthenol and niacinamide.
Ah, there's that niacinamide
It's
again.
everywhere.
We're really seeing that ingredient everywhere.
Right.
What do panthenol and glycerin bring to the table?
Panthenol is a soothing and hydrating ingredient that helps to repair and strengthen the skin barrier.
Okay,
Think of it as a gentle hug for your skin.
I like that.
We already talked about glycerin. It's a humectant that attracts and locks in moisture. This trio works together to create a cleanser that's gentle enough for even the most sensitive skin.
I can see why people love it. One reviewer, Matt, has been using Cetaphil for years
Oh, wow.
and appreciates its gentle nature and the fact that it never breaks him out.
That's the kind of loyalty we love to see in skincare.
Right.
It speaks volumes about a product's effectiveness and gentleness.
Absolutely. The blog points out that users love its gentleness, effectiveness, and value for money.
Okay.
Some did have mixed feelings about the scent,
Right.
which is interesting since it's marketed as fragrance-free.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Even fragrance-free products can have a subtle scent from their ingredients.
yeah, that's true.
It's all about personal preference.
Yeah.
Speaking of simplicity, our next cleanser
Okay,
takes a minimalist approach to skincare.
so we're talking about the Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this less is more approach. What's the philosophy behind it?
Vanicream is all about creating products that are free of common irritants.
Oh, okay.
So they're incredibly gentle, even for the most sensitive skin.
Right.
This cleanser is no different. It's formulated without fragrances, dyes, lanolin, parabens,
Wow.
and a whole host of other potential irritants.
It's like a skincare safe space for sensitive skin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating is that even with this minimalist approach, it's still effective at cleansing the skin without stripping away its natural oils.
One reviewer, M364, even calls it the best face wash they've ever tried,
Oh, wow.
praising its gentleness on their super sensitive skin.
It's amazing how powerful simplicity can be, right?
Is.
Sometimes stripping back all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
It's all your skin needs to thrive.
The blog also highlights its gentleness, effectiveness, and even the luxurious feel of this cleanser. It seems like it manages to be both basic and high-end at the same time.
It's proof that you don't need a long list of fancy ingredients
Right?
to have great skincare experience.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From acne-fighting powerhouses to gentle cleansers for sensitive skin.
Right.
But we have one more product on our list.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a wild card.
All right. The Garnier Micellar Water with vitamin C.
Okay.
Now, I've always thought of micellar water as a makeup remover, not a cleanser. Is it really effective at cleaning your skin?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Micellar water is a bit of a hybrid product.
Okay.
It contains tiny molecules called micelles
I see.
that act like magnets attracting dirt, oil, and makeup. It's often used as a makeup remover.
Right.
But it can also be a gentle cleanser, especially for those who prefer a no-rinse option.
So it's like a quick and easy cleanse on the go.
You could say that.
Yeah.
And this particular micellar water is boosted with vitamin C,
Okay.
a powerful antioxidant that can brighten the skin and protect it from environmental damage.
That's a nice bonus.
It is.
One reviewer, Morgan, even calls this micellar water a game changer,
Oh, wow.
praising its ability to remove even waterproof mascara with ease.
Waterproof makeup can be a real challenge to remove, so that's a testament to its effectiveness.
It is. The blog notes that people love this micellar water for its gentle cleansing.
Makeup removal and brightening effects.
Yeah.
It seems like a great option for those who want a simple, fuss-free way to cleanse their skin.
Right.
But speaking of cleansing,
Okay.
there's one important aspect we haven't touched on yet.
What's that?
pH.
You're right.
Yeah.
We've talked about ingredients, skin types, and even different cleansing methods. But pH is crucial when it comes to choosing the right cleanser.
Right.
Remember when we talked about your skin's natural barrier function?
Yeah.
Well, pH plays a big role in maintaining that balance.
So remind me, what exactly is pH?
Yeah.
And why is it so important for our skin?
pH is a measure of acidity and alkalinity on a scale from 0 to 14.
Okay.
With 7 being neutral, your skin naturally sits on the slightly acidic side,
I see.
somewhere between 5 and 6. This acidity helps keep that protective barrier strong and functioning properly.
So what happens if we use a cleanser that disrupts that pH balance?
Using a cleanser that's too alkaline
Okay.
can strip away those natural oils, leaving your skin feeling dry, tight, and irritated. It can even compromise your skin's barrier,
Yeah.
making it more vulnerable to environmental damage
Right.
and breakouts.
Okay, so choosing a cleanser that's pH balanced is essential
Yeah,
for maintaining healthy skin. That's a great takeaway.
it is.
What else should listeners keep in mind when choosing a cleanser?
Knowing your skin type is key.
Right.
Is your skin oily, dry combination, or sensitive? Once you know that, you can narrow down your choices
Okay.
to cleansers that address your specific needs.
And don't be afraid to experiment. What works for one person might not work for another. Pay attention to how your skin feels after using a cleanser.
Yeah.
If it feels tight, dry, or irritated, it might not be the right fit.
That's a good point.
Right.
Your skin is constantly changing, so your cleanser needs might change too.
Right.
Always listen to your skin and adjust your routine accordingly.
That's such great advice.
It is.
Well, I think we've officially scrubbed away all the confusion about face washes.
I think so.
We've explored ingredients, skin types, cleansing methods, and even the importance of pH.
It's been a deep dive indeed. I hope our listeners feel empowered to choose a cleanser
Right.
that helps their skin thrive.
And to all our listeners, we've got links to all the products we discussed today in the show notes.
Okay.
Be sure to check them out.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Until next time, stay curious.